Alright, you guys, I'm starting this video because I couldn't find one on YouTube before, and I posted a couple other videos about this car, but hopefully this will help somebody. This is a 04 Audi S6. It's the 2.7 twin turbo motor. You know, the problem we were having was a wheel bearing in the front making noise, you know, common symptoms, noise, you know, shaking up the tire, you know. So anyways, wanted to post this video to try to help somebody because I had no help and it was kind of hard to figure out the tools I needed. So anyways, let's start. Alright, so at first what you really want to do is take the tire off. I'm sorry, everything's already off now, but you want to take the tire off. Then you're going to get the caliper off. Now the caliper has the two, let me see if I can find these bolts. Two of these bolts in the back you want to take off. Take off the whole caliper with the bracket and everything. And this, I believe, is, let's see, I believe it's like a 21 millimeter bolt. I just had it. Oh yeah, here it goes. It is actually a 22 millimeter to get those off. You take those two off, take the caliper, slide it back. I have it prepped up and held up by a bucket in the box, you know. After that, you get that off. You take the rotor off. Once you get the rotor off, you want to take off the axle nut, which is the Allen wrench on these. And that is a 17 millimeter axle nut. Once you get that off, the axle will slide back. Now, what I did to make it a little easier, you don't have to, but I just kept getting tired of hitting my head and everything on it, was the heat shield. Which is this. Which is held on by 4 of these little Torx bits, which I believe those are a T30. That's what this is. Let me get it focused. It's a T30 Torx bit. Take those 4 bolts off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drop the whole heat shield out the way. Once you get that off, now here comes the tricky part, because a lot of people take off the axle. You don't need to take off the axle. You can just slide the axle back. That's the good thing about Audis and Volkswagens. The way their axles are set up and their hubs are set up is so much easier than a regular car. With this, I just push the axle all the way back, and then there's 4 bolts on 1, 2. Hold on, let me get a light for you guys so to make it a little bit easier. Nope, can't do it. Sorry, but 3. And then 4, it's up in here. So how you get those is in the back of the hub. Make it easier with this. It's in the back of the hub. Let's see if you can see those big bolts. Now, at first I thought they were Allen wrenches, but they're not. I should have learned my lesson from doing the axle on this. The axle, you got to have a special tool called 4 squares. And where I got these were my local parts store. It was, I believe, Advance Auto. Not sponsoring them, nothing like that. But Advance Auto had these. I think I paid $12 for them. There was 4 of them. I used the biggest one. Let me see if I could find this size on here. No, it doesn't say the size. But the biggest one we'll use for these axle nuts. I mean, these hub bearing nuts, which there's 4 of them. So you just got to turn your wheel all the way to the left, to the driver's side. And then once you get your whole spindle to turn this way, you can reach all 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 from the other side, like over here. I get all of them. You take those 4 out. Now it gets hard to get the hub out once you get those bolts out. This hub just like is stuck in there, and I didn't want to heat it up too much because it seems like this is aluminum, but I didn't want to heat it up too much and crack it. So I took a mallet and beat it on the sides as I was heating it up like that to knock it out. Once I get it out, you have to take it to, unless you have a press, you have to take it to a spot that will press the hub out of the bearing. Now, lucky me, I work at a machine shop, so it's easy for me. I just take it there, got it pressed out, and put the new bearing on. This is the new bearing. The old bearing, which is this, was shot. If you look, see if I can do it. I could spin it like that. You shouldn't be able to spin it like that. That's too easy. It was making a lot of noise. My wife was complaining about it, and it started shaking. So I was like, it's time to replace it. So I got that. Put a new one in. You know, then you just reverse the process. Beat it on till it lines up with the bolts. I put the bolts in just a little bit first, all four, and then beat the hub on and then tighten all of them. So that way it will be lined up a lot easier. I got it pushed in. I tighten all the bolts. I'm about to push in the axle back through and then tighten the axle nut. Once I do that, I'll put the heat shield back on, and then the rotor, and then the caliper, and then bolt it all back together, and you should be done. But if you have any questions or any comments, just feel free to comment at the bottom. Thank you. You have a good day.